right, everybody, we're back. Welcome to Bedrock Guide 1.21. Here is Floating Panda Stew here. Yes, he knows how to levitate. He's been watching too much Star Wars, excuse me. And today I'm going to cover a huge topic for you. One that is maybe going to lead to the most useful things that you can get in all of Minecraft. Things that every single Minecrafter needs to have to save tons of time on anything they do in their world. Today, we make it extremely easy for you to find and defeat the Ender Dragon so you can get the Elytra to fly around your world with and shulker boxes to carry hundreds of stacks of items in your inventory or Ender chests super easily. Today, we cover the dragon. Then next episode, we cover safely traveling in the end and finding those two amazing must-have items. Also, a lot of you guys keep asking me about the actions and stuff pack, the things that gives all the cool animations to me and the villagers and everybody else. It is expected to be in the marketplace within 1 to 2 months from now. That's all I can say about it right now. So let's get going to our first part of getting you prepared. Blue Jay has already fought and killed the dragon here, and I don't think he's resummoned it. So if you have never killed the dragon in your world yet, you can pay attention to this part for future reference if you ever want to summon the dragon again, and we'll talk about why you may want to do that in a little bit. But somebody has killed it here before, so I can't just go to the end and fight the dragon. I'm going to have to resummon it, and for that, we need gas tiers. All right, gas have been killed. I grabbed a couple of other things too, some more ender pearls and stuff, and now we can do what we need to do. So we need to make an end crystal. Pretty easy to make. All we need is 4 blaze powder. We then make 4 eyes of ender, which is an ender pearl and blaze powder. And then when you take an eye of ender, a gas tier below it, and then surround it with glass, you get an end crystal. We need a total of 4 of them, which is what we have. Now, end crystals, they're kind of neat. You can like set them down and blow them up for a big explosion, but you have to set them down on obsidian. We're not going to do that because I need all 4 of these. So that'll just be because the end has already been conquered here. The dragon has already been defeated in our world because of Blue Jay. Now, what are some other things that you should bring with you, that you really need to bring with you? Well, first of all, I highly recommend that you have all maxed out gear, either diamond or netherite. You want protection 4 on all pieces of your armor. It's going to make it to where it's going to be extremely hard for the dragon to kill you. The netherite gear has knockback resistance, and the dragon, she likes to knock you around a little bit, so that will protect you from getting thrown up in the air by her. And I will say, although I am not going to be doing this, some people like to use different potions, especially something like a slow falling potion, to make it to where they don't take a lot of fall damage. Honestly, if you have feather falling 4 on your boots, you're probably fine. But there's a lot of other things that you're going to want to take with you as well. You are going to want to bring some rockets, because if you go to the end, you will probably shortly thereafter go to the outer end island and get an Elytra to fly around with. So just to be prepared for that, we're going to have ourselves a few stacks of rockets that we're going to bring with us. We're also going to bring our ender chest, where we're going to put a lot of extra materials that we want to have. And we went over making ender chests in the last episode. If you don't have one yet, you need to have one. Go take a look at that. In our ender chest, we're going to want to have several things with us. I highly recommend having several stacks of some type of solid block to bring you with you. That's going to serve a lot of different purposes here. It's going to help us out with the Endermen if you're worried about fighting with them or them attacking you while you're fighting the dragon. Also, you might need it for bridging in the end. We'll talk about that when we get to that point too. You're going to want to have a mending book and an unbreaking 3 book to put on your Elytra so you can fly around a lot longer. A stack of logs is a good thing to bring too. We can use that to make shulker boxes because you have to have chests. So I highly recommend you have some type of log with you. If you have bundles yet in your world, you can have a bundle full of bundles. Having a few bundles with you can be good for just organizing loot. You don't have to have it. Having a few stacks of scaffolding, very nice. It's going to be good for pillaring up to break the end crystals that will help you kill the dragon faster. We'll go over that once we get there. And we're going to bring some obsidian and a flint and steel, which is going to assist us in getting back and forth to this area very quickly and easily, because we're going to build a nether portal at the stronghold that we go to, so we can travel back and forth quickly whenever we want to get back to the end. there's some other things that you're going to want to bring too. I actually put these things in my bundle. You could put them in your ender chest or just carry them in your inventory. You're going to want a carved pumpkin head. This carved pumpkin head can be nice because if you have it on, Endermen will not know that you're looking at them. Therefore, you cannot get attacked to Endermen. Your vision is obscured though, so you may or may not want to do it based on that fact. I have a few other things in here too, a crafting table, an anvil. Very important to have an anvil. That way you can apply those enchantments to your elytra. I will also, with a silk touch pickaxe, pick up my ender chest here. I don't need it anymore right now, and I can put it in my bundle to save space as well. Lastly, we need some eyes of ender. I'm going to take these last 8 blaze rods, make it into 16 blaze powder, and then take these 16 ender pearls and make it into 16 eyes of ender. I do recommend that you have roughly 16 eyes of ender to help you find the stronghold that you're looking for, because they can, or they do have a chance of being destroyed when you throw them. And you need 12 to get to the end. It depends on the end portal that you find. An end portal can have anywhere from 0 to 12 eyes of ender in it, and you have to have 12 eyes of ender in your end portal to get to the end. Also, a few other basic supplies. Have yourself maybe a couple stacks of food in your ender chest. Have a couple stacks of torches for exploring the stronghold. A bucket of water is always good. And then your typical tools, weapons, and that sort of thing. Also, if you're going to go through a long run in the end, take a few stacks of arrows. If you're using a mending bow, which you should be, because mending bows are awesome. Unfortunately, stream is making me use the infinity bow for another about month and a half. And I have a few other like basic things that I always carry around with me in there. Oh, lastly too, bring a bed. You're going to want to have one of those set by the end portal. So if you die, you spawn right by the portal. You can jump back in pretty quick. Okay, now to find a stronghold is actually kind of easy. Once you have your eyes of ender, all you have to do is throw them in the air. Now, if you want to use a website like Chunkbase and use your seed number in there to look it up, you can do that. But I always like doing this the old-fashioned way. It's just Minecraft. I don't know where this is going to take me. It also might take me to a stronghold that Blue Jay's already been to. We'll find out. So I'm going to look up in the air. I'm going to give it a toss. That looks really cool with the actions and stuff pack. So I know I need to go this direction. We want to go straight this way for a while. There are techniques you can use to triangulate coordinates of a village or the stronghold, but I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to go one direction. And when we find or see a village, we're going to throw another pearl, because usually the stronghold is going to be underneath the village. So here, just on the other side of that mountain we were looking at, we have ourselves a village. This village could be where our stronghold is. So I'm going to go down into it here. The strongholds are typically directly under the well when it is at a village. So we're going to go to the well. We'll step away from it a few feet, and then we'll toss this pearl, and we'll see if it goes towards the well and under the ground. If it is here, we'll dig. If it's not, then we'll continue on. I'm going to toss the pearl up. Nope, it's still this direction. All right, we'll throw the pearl every several hundred blocks or every village or so that we see. You don't want to throw the pearls too often. Like I said, they do have a chance of breaking. And if you break too many of them, you may end up with not enough pearls to complete your stronghold. All right, we got another village here. I'm traveling in that direction. That area looks super cool. Let's throw and see. I think this is it. Okay, give it back, give it back. All right, I think this is it. I'm gonna move to the other side of it. I'm gonna stand about right here, give it a toss. Yep. So that should mean, oh, well, there we go. This is the stronghold that Blue Jay has already been to. So that means I am not going to need any of these eyes of ender. We're going to drop down here. And I am also not going to need torches because Blue Jay has torched it up. And we're probably not going to go over a whole lot of the stronghold. But when you find your stronghold, just know they can be a little bit of a labyrinth. They're a little hard to navigate through and find stuff by design. You may want to pull out those, like I brought the cobblestone blocks to like block off hallways that you've already been down. You may want to use torches placed in a way where you know you've already explored a certain room. That way you can know where you've already been, so you can keep looking for the room with the portal. Also, if you need a lot of bookshelves, this is the place to be. I found the portal room. This is what the portal room looks like. Normally there's a silverfish spawner right here. It's the only spawner in the game that it's acceptable to break. Every other spawner in the game, it's actually illegal to break it. The cops come knock your door down and drag you away. It's terrible. Don't do it. Anyways, what you would have done if this was not a already filled in portal, this like middle area would not be here. It would just be a hole that leads down to this little pit of lava below it. You would take your eyes of Ender and you would just click them on the portal frames. That would fill it in and that would activate the portal. So this one's already activated. We don't need to do that. Blue Jay actually also left an Ender chest here, so we're good to go there. He did not leave a bed, so we're gonna place the bed down. We're gonna click it. That'll set our spawn here. He also did not set up a nether portal. I'm not gonna do that here on camera with you guys. We did a nether portal episode recently. I'm going to properly link this portal up back with my home base. It's going to take me a little while to do that, so I'm going to do it all right now. And then when I get back, we'll dive in and we'll talk about conquering the Ender Dragon. Now, before we move on, did you know that I have merch? Meet the Hide and Seek Warden product line. My live stream sometimes asks me to draw things in MS Paint. You guys wanted to see these drawings become merch, so together with you, I made the Hide and Seek Warden. This design isn't about me, it's about you wanting to express how much that you like Minecraft. So be sure to visit my store on my channel page here on YouTube and browse through all the amazing products I have available, and keep a lookout because there are more coming. Okay, I'm ready to go to the end. I hope you guys are too. We're gonna fight the dragon, and I actually went through and laid this down in our nether hub area so mobs can't spawn here anymore. I got this nice ice boat road, and if I hang a right here, if I'm lucky, it should, yes. This is my super duper ultra quick way to get to the end. The portal's right here, but there's our portal here. So now we can super easily get to and from the end whenever we want to. And we're about to jump into the end for the first time. But what's going to happen is we're going to appear on a platform of obsidian, and it's usually going to be open all the way around for you to fall in the void. If you fall in the void, all of your stuff is gone. There's no getting it back. It's disintegrated. So let's see what happens. Okay, we're safe. We're good. What could happen is your platform could appear out here. And if it did, you could box around the outside of it, and that will keep you from falling down into the void. Let's see where this comes up at. Okay. And also, when you first come in here, the dragon is going to be flying around. Now, she will not fly around far outside the pillars, so I'd probably be safe all the way out here. And remember, like I said, we need to respawn the dragon, so we're going to be a little bit safer here than maybe you would be. But you would get in here, you would sit down your ender chest in this safe place, and you're going to get a few things out that you need. Make sure you're fully topped off on food. We're good. And now is when you're going to want to get some of your extra stuff out. So we're going to get out these end crystals so we can respawn the dragon. We're going to get out this carved pumpkin head, and we need to get our scaffolding. I'm going to show you what to do with all of this. Okay, we're going to put the scaffolding on our hotbar. We probably don't need 2 pickaxes on us just in case something happens and we die. We don't need the axe. We do not need the shovel. So we'll free up some space here in our inventory. We're going to have the cobblestone on our hotbar. I'm going to show you something good you can do with that. We're going to put the water on our hotbar as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go topside. You're going to put on your helmet if you want to use it. Now me, I'm not actually going to end up using this because I'm okay with finding the Enderman. I mean, we'll be okay. But look, I can look right at him. He's not going to come after me. So if you want to wear your pumpkin helmet, by all means do it. If you don't want to wear the pumpkin helmet and you want to keep your stronger armor on, just kind of look downwards like this. And then we're going to want to make a little safe place from the Enderman in case they try to jump us. I would recommend just like go underground. And also if you need to hide from the dragon for a minute, you can come down here too. And you're going to want to be able to easily find this. So you may want to like make a little tower above it like this. And then if you really want to make yourself super duper safe, what I recommend that you do is you make yourself a couple of little hideaway areas from the Enderman. If you do something like this, you can sit right here and watch. I'm gonna look at this guy. He can't get me. So I could sit here and kill him and he can't kill me. If you get too many Endermen on you, it helps you stay safe. And if you want to do that on every pillar or every couple pillars, that would be a good idea. I'm even going to do it just in case I anger too many Endermen at a time, just to help keep me safe from them. Because sometimes when you're fighting the dragon, you look at quite a few of them. Now, keep in mind too, when you're doing this, you're probably going to have the dragon trying to kill you. She's going to hit you around a little bit. It does hurt, but you'll be fine if you have good armor. I also mentioned you can bring a bucket of water. This has some limited use. If you accidentally look at an Enderman, he's going to attack you, right? If you put down water, Endermen hate water. So you put down water in an emergency situation like this, he can't come get you, and you can kind of work your way over to the edge and give him a little hit to get him away from you or kill him. Keep in mind though, this trick is limited in use because if you do it anywhere close to an edge, the water's just going to flow down and it's going to make it a little bit harder. You have to do a little bit of moving around to get away from the Enderman. You can't just stand in the spot that you place it. Also, one other thing, especially if you don't have feather falling for, but even if you do, when you're up here, keep in mind the dragon can and often will knock you down. So if you get knocked down off the pillar here, if you have a bucket of water out, you can try to do the bucket clutch, which honestly is really easy to do on Bedrock Edition. If you just hold down the click button as you fall and you look straight down, almost every single time you will have that bucket of water come out. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and respawn the dragon. And what's going to happen when the dragon respawns is these little laser beam looking things, they're going to respawn all of these pillars and the end crystals on top of them. And these end crystals will heal the dragon. So I'm going to stay pointed upwards, and then I'm going to wait for the dragon to spawn. And once she does, I'm going to break those little pylons first, so that way the dragon cannot be healed. Okay, and I've already angered an Enderman somehow. So there's a dragon flying around. That's dragon's breath. You can collect that with an empty bottle if you want to. Anytime she comes down, you can attack her. You see, I'm taking a lot of health from her with a strong weapon, but you're also going to see, ow, ow. You're also going to see she's now getting healed. See her health going up? So that's why we need to get rid of these. So just take your bow and shoot the ones that are exposed. Keep yourself healed up. And then the ones that are not exposed, the ones with cages on top of them, that's why we brought the scaffolding. Keep in mind, this dragon, she will try to knock you down from up here. If you pillar up on her side, like facing the middle, you're less likely to get knocked down, but it's still possible. Ow, she just hit me right there. We're gonna do this. I want to get away from it a little bit because this thing will hurt you if it hits you. Now we got good protection gear on, so we should be fine, but you can just take a bow, shoot it from back here a little ways and you're good. Oh, and she tried to knock me down. Also, if there's any others that I can't get from, like, do we have any others to shoot? I think there's one there. I see the fire. Oh. Ow. Oh, we're gonna go in a hidey hole. All right, I think we're good. But yeah, just go around, knock all of these out, whatever means you have to do, whether you have to climb or whether you can shoot them from down below, and then we'll take on the dragon. All right, I believe I have taken the last one out. So now it's time to kill the dragon. When she's flying in the air, you can shoot her with a bow. It does hurt her. I got another Enderman on me. And then when she lands like this, then you can go and hit her. If you jump, you'll get some critical hits on her. It takes more health away. And then now we should get the kill. There we go. Ender Dragon is down. It was that quick, that easy. Very little effort, no close calls. If you have good gear, I promise you she's really easy. We did not get a lot of XP from her because, well, it's the second time killing her. And, oh, wait, when you kill the dragon for the very first time, the dragon's going to drop you an egg. Now, unfortunately, this wasn't the first time, but that egg is going to appear right up here. When it does, click it. It's going to teleport somewhere random. Let's say it teleports to this spot right here, and that's my egg. To get the egg, all you do, dig down 1, dig down 2, knock out that block right there, put down a torch, then knock out this block. The egg will then fall onto the block. It'll drop as an item for you, and you can pick it up. That is your prize. It does nothing. It's just a trophy. But every time you kill the Ender Dragon, you open up a gateway. You can open up to 20. These gateways take you to the outer end islands. That's where you're going to find end cities at. This is where you're going to go to get the elytra and to get shulker boxes. But in any event, these guys can be a little dangerous to get into. So I'll show you how to do that in the next episode, how to make it safe to get into, how to make sure you don't fall in the void, how to travel the end cities, and everything in between. But again, thank you guys for watching this episode. I do appreciate you all. If you've got some good tips and tricks from here and you're going to go fight the dragon for the first time, please let me know down in the comment section below. If you have any additional tips to add to the video, also add that down in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time as we go into the end and we do some end raiding. Bye-bye.